All right, folks, just before the pass you over to Kieran, just want to personally welcome those who have attended in person and those who are joining us online as well. If you want to find out any more about what the Innovation Factory offer in terms of business support or space, either go to one of our colleagues, maybe at the front desk, who can help you out, or else you can check our website, which is innovationfactoryni.com. And just one more sort of thing, which is very important as well. At the end of the session, and Kieran will remind you, would you be delighted if you could use the QR code just to evaluate the session? That's very important for us going forward, to see what we can do better and what we can offer in the future as well. So please, if you could take just 2 minutes at the end of the session, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Cool. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for coming today. So just before I start, we've got a section of slides to run through, and we're going to go straight into ChatGPT. But it would help me greatly if I can gauge who is using ChatGPT and what level we're at. So again, I can adjust what we're doing. So is everyone here using ChatGPT to a point? So not everyone. No, cool. Some people haven't. Has everyone signed up and had a go? No. Okay, some. Is everyone using paid ChatGPT or the free version? Free. So how many are paid? So about 30% paid, 40%. Cool. And would you be tempted to go paid if we can show you some of the add-ons today? And do you mind if I ask why you haven't went for paid so far? Some people are still using free. Maybe you're not using it fully in your business yet. Very good. Okay, cool. No, thank you for sharing. So what I suggest today is, please, as I go through this, shout out any questions or comments or thoughts. If you've anything to share or experiences, brilliant. Please do share them. We go through, as I say, we'll do a few slides, and then we'll go back into ChatGPT itself. So today we're going to talk about the perfect prompt. We're going to share with you what we think is the perfect prompt, or how to create the perfect prompt. Everything with AI is about what you ask it. What you get back depends really on what you ask it, how good it is. We're going to have a quick look at what's new in ChatGPT, and I'm going to try and convince some of you to go to the paid plan for sure. We're going to look at some web browsers that you can use with ChatGPT. We're going to look at GPTs and, of course, questions and answers, but please do shout as we go. So hopefully at the end of this, you'll all be ChatGPT ninjas. So we look at this actually in ChatGPT. So when you go into ChatGPT, I'm going to try and bounce over and back between these slides here. So I'm going to torture my friend. So how do I come back out again of the presentation? Just to be a pain. Just escape. Love it. Thank you. Oh, technology. See, you think I'd know how to do this? Brilliant. I love it. Thank you. Good. There you go. Here we go. Brilliant. Cool. So again, as I say, loads of slides. We'll give you the slides after, so not to run through slides, to make this as practical as possible. So I've signed into ChatGPT here, and normally when you sign in, basically what you're going to see is, let's go down here, start a new chat. Oh, technical issue today. There we go. Bit slow. Cool. So I'm in ChatGPT 4. So I'll take 1 minute on basics, and then we're going to go into it in the good stuff. So the difference between ChatGPT 3.5, which is the free version, and between 4 is that you're getting a much more intelligent platform. It's again maybe 10x, maybe 100x. I'm not really sure the exact number, but it's the output is miles better. We would not use 3.5 in our business, and we would not recommend using 3.5. So the free is very, very good to start and to test things on. But for output, the difference between the paid and the free is they're miles apart. So we just wouldn't use 3.5 at all. For when you put in an answer or ask a question 3.5 and you ask the same question on 4, you'll see the difference between the two replies. So night and day. The second thing is that the paid version, which is $20 a month. So again, it is pretty inexpensive. The paid version will connect to the internet. So it will read web pages and what's online. It will also give you access to GPTs, which is kind of like an app store, and we'll have a look at them today. But also on the paid version, there's a commitment from OpenAI or ChatGPT that your data will be kept within the ecosystem. They don't have that guarantee, as far as I know, on the free version. So your content, where you're using the free version of ChatGPT, your data is training the AI. But on the paid version, that's not the case. So definitely, if you're using it for business, I'd recommend you go to the paid version if we sell this to you today. And that's the difference here. So there is a limit on how many times you use it. So you can't use it 100 times in an hour. So you will run out of it. But it's very rare that you run out of your allowance when you're using the paid version. It tells you to calm down, and that's just to control what you're doing. If there is someone that is a power user, I can show you how to circumvent that. There is a way to do that at a very small cost. But basically, yeah, that's the difference between the two versions. So I am in ChatGPT 4. So when you go into ChatGPT, you've got an option down here to go in and upgrade. And you can see here you've got plans. So they've just announced the team plan. In case you haven't seen it, this is perfect for companies. So in our business, everyone has their own account. So it's all set up on their individual emails, which is a real pain for invoicing and who's got access or not. The team account now will allow you to create and admin it from one account. So you can have the master account and give maybe 3 of your team members access to ChatGPT. It is slightly more expensive and you have to pay for a year in advance. But the benefit of that is you get more access to it as well. You can use it and hammer it a wee bit more. So I think I can see a lot of people using this and then upgrading into this. So we are about to upgrade here into this, but I didn't do it. Obviously, I wanted to show you this today so you can see what we see and what we use. So that's the difference there. So again, if you're doing anything business related, then really ideally you'd use the paid version just to make sure your data is safe, if nothing else. But also the output is much better. So when we go into ChatGPT, we have an option to write a prompt. The beautiful thing and the biggest change that happened in November in 2022 is that the interface here, we can just type in what we want or ask a question. And these questions drive the answer. And back to it's what the question is, the prompt that we ask, it really dictates the quality of the content that we get back. Also, with this chat tool, it can create images. You've got data on your, say for your website, you've got all this data that you have, or your Google Search Console or your Facebook page. You can download that and upload it into ChatGPT. Just attach it here as a file. You don't have to do any formatting, and ask it to analyze it. You can ask it what's performing well, what's the trends, if it will give you any tips or advice. So I would use this a lot for, say, looking at our websites. What's the traffic? How are they performing? What keywords are they ranking for? So just download your data, upload it into this, and it will do all the work for you. We have all this access to data that most business owners never look at. So now we've no excuse to do that. So definitely do that. But again, we'll dive into this here. So let's see if this is going to work for me today. So what would we use chat for? So the biggest use of it is to create content, definitely to create content, but you can also use it for strategy documents, for social media posts, for anything you want. And again, I appreciate some people aren't big users of it. So I'm going to take 1 second and just share how we would use it more often than not. So I would ask it to write an outline for, and the spelling doesn't matter, thankfully, for a 3K word blog on things to do in Belfast. So I would, instead of, what I'd see is a lot of people go in and ask it straight away, give me an article, say a 2,000 word article on things to do in Belfast. But what we would do and what we find is better is if you ask it to give you an outline, because then you can adjust the outline. You can give it more guidance and direction. Again, going back to it, the more context we can give the robot, the AI, the better the results will be. So basically, I will take this outline, I will scan through it, I will make some suggestions, edit it, and then I will ask it to write it. Now, it won't write a 3,000 word article all in one go, but I would ask it to write maybe sections 2 and 3, and then I'll ask it to write sections 4 and 5, once I'm happy with it and so on. And then I would pull my article from it, and then I would improve it, add my own little knowledge of the area to make it an even better article, and then I would use this content that way. Again, if I can see here, it's coming up with things to do, of course, which is great. But if I had given it more context, again, back to the prompt and what we're going to look at. So I asked it just for an outline, but if I actually told it that our target audience is US tourists, and they are young couples. So again, what I've done there is totally changed what my request is. So really what it should be looking at now is things that might appeal to a US audience, but also young couples. So what it should be recommending me now should be things that will excite young people. So again, it's going to totally change the outline of what is given for me for my article, and then the content then would flow after that. So this is probably the biggest use that we would have for ChatGPT, is just pure helping us with content. So we would have a year ago we would have written 1,000 words in 3 hours. Today we can write 1,000 words in an hour using this system. And what we do is, again, we take this and we add to it. We don't take it word for word. We add to it, and then we would post it in the back of that. But that's one way, and I appreciate there's loads of other ways we can use it in our business. So again, I'm going to stop that and quickly share one last thing and go into the fun bit. So the next biggest way we would use ChatGPT is, again, social media posts. So again, we've a lot of social media posts that we post now. You'll probably see it on social media when someone uses ChatGPT to make a social media post if they don't change it. What you're using this for is ideas. We would always recommend use it as your 40 or 60%, your idea creation, or your tool, your helper, that will give you ideas and brainstorm with you, as opposed to copy and paste. Because when you copy and paste, it's obvious to everyone, because the terminology that this uses still today is not what we would use when we're writing. So again, if I've written my article now and I've posted on my website, then I would ask it, create a post to promote my article on LinkedIn, include hashtag and calls to action. So again, I'm not asking it just to write a post for LinkedIn. I'm actually asking it to include hashtags and call to actions. So back to the prompts, the better the prompt we give it, the better the output. And so it continues. So probably the number one thing that most people use ChatGPT is content creation. It is incredible. So definitely roll this in if you're not already using it. And we'll have a look. I'm going to go back to the slides now and look at the perfect prompt. So yep, hit me. Yep. Yeah, no, brilliant. So in here, you are able to, yeah. So thank you, great question. So you are in your settings, and again, people wouldn't realize this, but you can go in and put in a little bit of a descriptor of what you want. So definitely educate ChatGPT about your business, what you are, who you do, what you do. Always respond as an expert. So we've put in a little bit of a bio on how we want ChatGPT to operate. So it's in, again, go into your profile and look through the settings, and you can do this. What I would say is that I would find that often it just defaults to US English. I'm not sure why it does that. It does do that, and we often have to prompt it in the actual prompt again, just remind it. And when you ask it a second time, it says, "Oh, sorry, I forgot," and it will rewrite the English in UK English. So it does happen, but yeah, you can't. So you can go in and set. You can see here we've put in. I would also say, in looking at this here, we can add 1,500 characters. We've only put in 600 and 300, so we've not taken full advantage of this. So we should be going in telling it a lot more about our business, who we are, what we do, who we serve. So definitely make sure you fill that in. What you'd find is with many of these tools, when you launch them, or sorry, when they launch them and put out new updates, it's often missed. We don't see them. So again, yeah, it's in here. Sorry, it's in custom instructions. Oh, excellent. So Brilliant. Yep, there we go. Great. So there's a new update expected very soon, but what we're finding is ChatGPT is not doing major updates. So we've seen 3.5, we've seen 4, 4.5. We're all waiting for 5 to come out. What's happening is that they're doing gradual updates. They're just putting out new features all the time, and that's why it's good to have a little click through and see what new features they are. The reason they're probably doing this is not to cause too much noise, but by adding these features, because obviously there can be a lot of negativity around AI, which we all understand. But the new updates that they've promised and committed to already is that there's going to be an increased reliability. So sometimes AI hallucinates and gives you wrong data. So you always need to check your data. We would not take facts and stats from ChatGPT. We would use Google Bard. So if you ever use Google Bard, anyone used it? No. So I'll have a look now in a second, but go to Google Bard. It's totally free. There's no charge, which is even better. It used to write content, but Google realized that we're all using it to write content, so they've stopped that now. But you can use it for facts and statistics. So again, if you're looking for any data on your business, if you're doing a business plan or proposal, you want to know anything, Google Bard is the one to use for that. There's more customization coming, and this is already released. This is a new tab in the bottom left corner, so I don't have this yet, but they're bringing out new options around personalization. So again, we'll be able to tell the AI more about us and more how we want it to interact. So we're not going to have to keep prompting it or telling it every time. So that's going to be brilliant when that launches. We're going to be able to upload much more of our own data directly into ChatGPT, and I'd expect this all this year. So, for example, we can add our calendar or connect our calendar. This is what Chat or OpenAI have already confirmed. We'll be able to add our calendar and connect to our data and manipulate more sources. Speech in and out, so you'll be able to talk to it and it'll talk back, and video. So again, we've got images a little bit, but that is coming, and we've a little app that we're going to look at today that you can already talk to it, talk to ChatGPT. So I'll show you how to do that today. But there's a lot coming out this year. So again, if you're not already impressed with how you use this, you will be with these new features as they roll out. The only thing to say is that many of these new features, the premium features, will only be available to the paid plan. So if you're not, I'm trying to convince people invest in that $20 a month. And if you are on the paid plan, just make sure you go into your settings and go to better features, and you'll get them. So we got selected. It is in my account. So if you're on paid, just go down in the bottom left corner and go to beta, and make sure you've clicked that on, so that you're getting all those releases as soon as they come out. So you're getting the latest technology. Cool. So when we're talking about the best prompts, so anyone, now I appreciate there's some people that haven't used ChatGPT. Everyone understands how we use it and has an idea of what you can do in it now, or any questions so far? No. Cool. So there's loads of ways you can prompt. What I would encourage you to do is don't do a 1-line prompt. Put in a 4 or 5-line prompt. Put in an 8-line prompt. The better the prompt is, the better the results you're going to be. And we've seen this. We've went through loads of different prompts. And again, it's give the credit to the person in the next slide, I think. But basically, the best prompts will have all of these points in it. So you're going to have a task, what you needed to do. You're going to give it a little bit of context. But what we found, and I definitely agree, is that you want to limit the context. And I'll show you how to do that, as I say, in the next slide. If you give, these are needed. I think these are needed. This is nice to have. So again, if you give it any examples, you're going to get a better result back. If you give it a persona, you're going to get, again, better results. And if you tell it how you want the output and the tone, and as I say, when I show you the example, it'll all make more sense. So a task is the action. So it could be to generate or to give or to write or to review. The context, as I say, is just to remember that give it a little bit of background, but you don't need to go crazy. You don't need to give 10 lines or 20 lines of background. If you have an example of what data you want out, so I want a spreadsheet, or I want a report, or I want bullet points, or I want a summary, or I want 3,000 word article, then you're going to get it back. Persona, we would always say you're writing as a digital marketing expert. So, but you might be writing as a property expert, you might be writing as a conveyancing expert. So tell it tell ChatGPT who it is. Again, just tell it, do you want a table or summary or highlights? I love it for doing tables. It's amazing for doing tables that you can add into your website. And what tone do you want it, professional or do you want it casual and friendly? And as I say, this is how it all starts, but I'm just going to show you one slide and you'll get the slides as well. So we think this is a really good example of what a good prompt should be. So we're saying that you are a digital marketing manager, telling ChatGPT. So we're giving it its persona. We're telling it who it is. And you'll remember, will remember it most of the time. Digital marketing manager, so it knows what it is. You're responsible for increasing online presence and sales for a small local business. So we're giving it some context. So again, asking what to do. We're giving it then a task. So create a social media campaign. That's the task. We're giving it then the example of what we need. So the plan should include a content calendar. We want to look at engagement, advertising plans, and so on. And then I'm telling it how we want it. We want it in a persuasive language, because again, we're going to give it to our boss and try and pitch this marketing plan. So again, this is probably an order of priority. So again, you really do need the top 2 or 3. These are nice to have, but we found that if you can give all of this information into the AI, you're going to get an incredible result, because it has everything. It knows everything that you want, if that makes sense. So again, tell it who it is, give it a little bit of context, make sure you tell it the task, what you want, and how you want the format back, and then you can add in the tone as well. So they're the kind of things that you want. If you do this, you're going to be flying. So we want to look at, actually, I'm going to jump. We're going to go look at some of the tools that we use. Any questions so far? Everyone's comfortable writing chats here? Go for it. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, it's good, it's good.
If you know what I mean.
Yep.
Question is, who owns the content that you bring down? If you change 60% of it, you're still using some of that content. Does that open you up to plagiarization, if you know what I mean? If somebody else uses something similar or asks similar questions, who owns the content that comes down?
So again, because of the terms and conditions you've accepted, you've a relationship or the contract with OpenAI, so they're bestowing the rights to that to you. So that content is created by you. But it's a really interesting one, because there's loads of legal things to be sorted out. So copyright, I think the definition of copyright is something that's created by a person. So again, that AI is causing a problem. And as we all know, it takes a few years for the courts for Europe and UK and US to figure all this out. So they have a bit of catching up to do. So there's going to be a lot of lawsuits, I think, around definitions and everything. But at the moment, so we're signing up the terms and conditions with any of these AIs. So they're giving us the rights to how the AIs got the content, and we're trained on it. There's definitely cases going on. But for us as small business owners, we control that. The risk is, and again, one of the questions I seen asked was, say 10,000 people wrote in the same prompt exactly. Does everyone get the exact same response? Ideally, they won't. There'll be slight differences, but they did say that 1 in 10,000 would happen. So that's again why we're really encouraging that you would be as creative with your prompt as possible, and then take it and build on it. Don't use it exactly as it is. So cool. No, good question. Thank you. So again, here we go. So I'm just going to share some of the web apps. So has anyone used any web apps with their ChatGPT? No? Brilliant, cool. So we did have on ChatGPT, they had plugins. The plugins are nearly gone. There's no official confirmation, but they're gone, but they're definitely going. So what we're going to web chat GPT. So the first one I was going to share with you is one called Web Chat GPT. And this is a free plugin that you can add to your GPT, your OpenAI platform. So what we're going to do here is share some tools that you can power up your OpenAI tool. Because I appreciate we've got mixed levels of people who are using it. So just to share, but ChatGPT is super easy, creates content all day long. That's what you'll use it for proposals, for graphs, charts, all that, and we can have a look at that for sure. These are some power-ups that we would use. So Web Chat GPT, you can just add it to Chrome or whatever your browser is. And what it does is brings the internet straight into ChatGPT. So I'll refresh it now and we'll see it over here. So what we should have is hopefully, yep, there we go. So now all of a sudden my ChatGPT has changed and I've got direct web access. So I can't remember the date. It's not, ChatGPT is not live. It's not up to date. It's maybe 6 or 9 months. Can't remember the exact date. Someone will probably tell me that the data is fresh until, so it doesn't know what happened last week or 2 months ago. It just doesn't have that data. But using this tool, we can find out who won the rugby, and it can write articles on the rugby in last week. So all of a sudden you can get access into that. Yep. No, you're totally right. It is connected to search, but for the data that it pulls in, it doesn't, it's knowledge base. It doesn't pull in everything for some reason, but no, it's a really good point. So you're totally right. It does, and we can have a look. I found that some of the information that I get isn't, I don't know, the search seems to be limited. It seems to stop at so many results. We definitely get better results using this from the web, but that's it's a good point. So thank you. Good call. Good. Cool. Another question, though? Nope. Happy days. So here again, this tool, just another add-on with this tool, it gives you all these prompts as well. So these are pre-made prompts. So there's lots of tools out there that will give you pre-made prompts that you can use, so you don't have to even think of it. So again, let me see, here is one here. So it will write an article here. So again, if I give it its topic, I'll type in things to do in Belfast. So again, it will run the article. So what it's done is, you can see here, it's given it the prompt. So it's already built in. So they've done all the work for us. So we can use this. So it's given it loads of SEO, composed of 2,000 words, 15 headings. Like, it's really detailed here. And again, if we scroll down, you can see it's doing the outline in a very, very unique and special way. Really, really good for SEO. So it's taking the prompts to the next level. So again, if you don't have time to invest in creating your own prompts, then these tools here are very, very good. There's another one that does the exact same. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. AIPRM. So has anyone heard of this one by chance? No? Brilliant. Cool. It's the exact same thing. Now this will have it's a free plan and paid plan. So definitely worth checking out, because you can use, it's a community of users, and it's the exact same as the last one I've looked at. And what you'll find is that there's, gosh, maybe thousands of free prompts for doing everything from social media campaigns to creating ads, for marketing campaigns, for business proposals within these platforms. And they're basically within the ChatGPT for you to use. So again, if I go down here, we should be able to search. So if I search, so this one here has only got 217, but AIPRM has thousands of prompts in it. So again, it's a really good way to get loads of prompts into your system that you don't even need to think about. And when I look at that article one, what it was writing there, it is very good. Like, again, putting in headings and SEO, and most people wouldn't even think of it. So again, what I could do is remove this one and add here. And AIPRM is the exact same. You will have to give your email to sign up to it. We've used this for maybe 6 months or so, and we add it and take it out. We don't use the paid model. You don't need to use the paid model in this, but as I say, the prompts in there are incredible. So let me see, I wonder if it can give us, let us search. No, without. Not to worry. Right, cool. We'll go on to the next one. So do check them out for sure. So, next one. Any more questions, or everyone's hit me?
Plugins are on the way out. Does that mean that in X amount of months you won't be able to use this anymore, or what did you mean with that?
So no, brilliant. So there was plugins within ChatGPT that it's already gone. It's hard to find a plugin store. I do see OpenAI pulling more of these features into ChatGPT. So every update, I'm seeing more and more of these tools being rolled into ChatGPT. For example, you weren't able to save your old prompts yourself. You had to use AIPRM when it launched, but now OpenAI realize, okay, there's millions of people using this, we should add that feature into ChatGPT. So it'll be constantly updating. I expect it just to keep building out. So if you're using something in this and then it doesn't work anymore, chances are it's because OpenAI has pulled it into their own platform. But yeah, definitely loads of plugins are already gone. I wouldn't want to be a developer for building in this platform because it changes so fast. It's incredible. So but there's a lot of change happening, and that's why you want to keep an eye on that. So that's two. We want to look at a few more of these. So these are all outside of OpenAI. So as I say, hopefully it's making sense so far of how you can use these. But if not, do shout. So chat, hit me. Yeah. I'm going to send a copy, and then there'll be a recording as well. So, but yeah, the slides you'll have them for sure. Yeah, I know that. So another one that we would use often is ChatGPT summary. So again, you can add this totally free. You can see 300,000 users, and it will summarize any page, but it's really good for his videos. So again, we can add it here. So I can add it, and again, it's just adding. If I go to a site, and we'll open a video so you can see. Let's see, there's a 2-hour video, and I can refresh. So obviously, sitting through a 2-hour video is pretty tough, and you might have maybe good content, Simon Sinek or any of these good videos that you might want to watch. I'm just looking for my little app. There it is there. So now it's added, and what I could do, but you can do this in any document, a big long page, piece of content. I can actually have it summarize. Brilliant. So it's going to watch the video for me, and it's summarized already. So that saved me 2 hours, so to speak. So it's given me all the key points from that. But again, you can imagine watching any conference or any videos at all. You can just get this straight away. You can go in as well and actually customize how you want the summary. So, for example, say we did 10 videos here, and we want to get a summary of the videos. What we can do are interviews or podcasts. We can go in and tell it that we want the summary in bullet points. We want it enhanced. We want it as FAQ, and we save this, and then it will summarize any content that we want to capture that way. So again, it's a really good way to consume content on scale. And again, it's just using ChatGPT and a plugin in the browser. So again, hopefully that makes sense. Any questions on that one? Easy. So if you had videos and you want to do a summary or transcription of them, then that's a really good tool to use for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Is anyone doing any video content in here? Oh, a couple of people. Oh, very good. Very good. Yeah. So again, if you're putting your video onto your website, then you want to add some content or a transcription to it as well. And that's a really good way to do that. So chat.
Best practice to go through it and make sure that it's
good to check, but actually, yeah, the tools are really good, and I can show you some tools that do catch our accent. But yeah, no, the tools are getting very good with our accent. I believe it or not, yeah. So, we can have a look at them too. So, ChatSonic is another one. This is really good for content and SEO. Sure, got the right one. There's two. They've got a platform, but I'm looking for the ChatSonic GPT. So again, you can add this. And this one here, let you add it yourself and skip on through it. This will integrate into any of your apps, your emails, your content, and will help you draft content as well. So this is ChatGPT in your entire workflow. So really worth looking at that, especially if you're after SEO. This is one that I kind of alluded to, and this is back to your question. This is a feature that's going into ChatGPT. So this is talk to ChatGPT. So again, if you're like me, sometimes you're a wee bit lazy, don't want to type, you can add this plugin and talk to it. So we can try it and see. I don't know. Let's see. So again, you just add the extension, and I'm going to just make it appear on. So you can see how easy it is to do this. So I'm just adding it in. I'm going to go back into ChatGPT and refresh it. And I should have now talked to ChatGPT here. So I don't know if it'll pick me up, but I'll try. All you do is hit play. Write an outline for an article on things to do in Belfast. Let's see if it. Right.
Creating a note plan for an article on things to do in Belfast involves structure.
So again, it's reading back all of this to me, but I can go into the settings. I can change the voice. So you might like the voice. You can change the voice to a UK voice or international voice, but you can see, again, you can talk to it over and back. So again, you can imagine what's going to be, how this is going to be used in months ahead. Foreign language, incredible options. So again, you don't even have to type. You can just talk to it and it'll talk back. We've seen students using this for mock interviews. So really, really good. So if you want to do a mock interview, this is a really good tool. I'm sure you'll think of other use cases as well. Another way we use ChatGPT and we'll look at it as well is negotiations. So say you're doing training a salesperson, so mock negotiations. So again, questions over and back, and then it will give you feedback on what you've said and guidance. So again, there's so many ways and tools that you can use in this. So that's some of the tools that you can use from the web. But I want to look at ChatGPT itself, and I'm just going to remove these here. So does anyone think they'll try the chat, the talk to it? I have a bit of fun. Okay, good. Excellent. Traffic. Nice. So there we go. Brilliant. Happy days. I'm just going to remove these two because I don't want them to impact them. So again, if you don't want any of these, you just remove them. So again, very easy to add and remove. So when it comes to ChatGPT itself, so again, we've got our conversations here. We can clear, if I didn't want these conversations, I can go in and clear my old chats or archive them. But we're going to go look at the newest feature. It launched maybe 4 weeks ago, and it's called GPTs. So has anyone tried GPTs? Chat? No? Leave it? No? Cool. So far, we've figured out we can write content and ask it to do nearly anything whatever you can think of, you can ask it to do. I can ask it, we'll get into the GPTs and have some fun here. So when you click up here, GPTs, basically they're little set prompts fixed that will help you with your business. And we're going to have a look at how you can create your own, very, very easy. So you can, this is one of the things. So AI PRM used to have this feature, but now ChatGPT has pulled it in. So you can create your own GPT and have it here. And that could be your prompt. So say you create a perfect prompt for your social media, you'll be able to save it, and we'll do that together here. You'll be able to save it here, so then you don't have to type it all the time. So every time you come in, you just press the button and away it goes. But we want to have a look at some of the most popular and useful GPTs. So again, just to give you an idea of how you might be able to use the platform. So cool. So the first one I'm going to use is again DocMaker. When you type it in here, these are ones I know, but you can type in, as I said before I go for that, you can scroll down here and you'll see some of the most popular ones that are here. So image creators, content writers, diagram makers, again, graphics, logos, all of these writing we can do here. So these are already pre-programmed design for social media, videos, programming. We can have a look at that as well. So DocMaker is the first one I want to have a quick look at. So I just click on it. Yeah, sorry, the computer's a wee bit slow. I'll click in now. Oh, there we go, brilliant. And what it does, it brings it down here. So you can ask it in all ChatGPTs, you can actually ask it what it does, but then you can prompt it on things that you want to do. So this makes presentations. So say I wanted to make it does loads of things, and I tell you there, but I want a 10-slide presentation on digital marketing. Badly spelled again. Sorry, I don't know. I really tested it. So if I wanted a 10-slide presentation on digital marketing, it's going to ask me a few questions. Again, back to the prompt, I give it no information. But if I give it a little bit more, so I didn't give it enough, it's asking me questions, it's prompting me. So what do I want to do? So I'm going to go, I want SEO. We're going to keep it very SEO and small business owners. So again, let's see what it comes back with. So if you have to do a presentation, and there's a few tools for this, but this is within ChatGPT. So again, it's given us the slides, which is great. And I'm going to say, yes, these are great. Are great. So that's cool. Good. And I want the smart, yes, I want a smart intro. And yes, to smart intro. And you see what that is now in a second. So what this is going to do is actually going to go make the slides for us and give us the first draft. Now, if I give it more input on design, if I wanted modern design, if I wanted cartoon style, if I give it prompts on the colors, it would come back and roll that into the design. So it's doing all this work here for us, and we're sitting back, hopefully making a cup of tea. And it's going to do a little bit of a voice intro for us as well. So we'll give it the 10 seconds to do this. So yep. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. So yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, can you add your own branding to it? At the moment, that's one of the problems that they have. So you can add attachments for sure, but it's not perfect. Definitely not. And that's one of the things that they want to address in the new update is they want to add in that personalization so we can add more details. So back to the bio that I added in here, a little bit about us. It doesn't have our logos, it doesn't have our brand guidelines. So it's coming, definitely. And when that happens, it'll be incredible. Yeah, oh no, totally. You can download it. You'll find that any of the graphics you create in this, you can take to Canva and update them that way. Yeah, totally. So this is continuing on. Gosh almighty, it's normally quick or classic. Doing a live demo, it always goes like this, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yep. Totally, and it will give you the tables back. It will analyze them, identify trends, and probably it would take us maybe a day or two to do. It'll give it straight back, and we can have a look at that. No, but you'd attach it here and upload it, and it will do the magic. It'll spot things that probably we would miss. So definitely, it's incredible. We have the data. Most people don't use it. So if you have it on social media, download all you can and attach it and ask it questions, interrogate it, ask it how can I improve, what's missing, what's good, what's my current trends. It will give you all that feedback, which is again invaluable. So again, it's like having someone audit your analytics. So definitely do it. I get that. I'll try this one last time, and if it doesn't work, we move on. So, so basically, what normally happens, we're seeing loads of code there. Normally, you don't see that. Yeah, cool. You normally get a link to a presentation. Yeah, no, classic Blue Peter moment there. Brilliant. So cool. So Doc Maker didn't work there. Again, just my luck today. But so cool. So back and we'll have a look at another one. But it does work. We've used it a lot. So definitely recommend it. So another one then I was going to suggest is Super Describe. So with this one here, what we can do is take any image from the internet. So again, if we go and type in Google Images, type in anything you want. So let me see. We can type in, I think I have one actually on my desktop, landscape. Landscape. Yeah, great. So if I take this image here, I can take a copy of it. So say you've got an image in anywhere form. So I can take a print screen of this. Does anyone use any AI image creators by chance? No. Yeah. What do you use? Midjourney. Wow, brilliant, cool. And oh yeah, good man, Leonardo, love it. Excellent. Let's see if this works. Oh, so if I go back into my lovely chat, is there? Describes here. Great. So if I add my image, there's one there. Brilliant, there it is. Add it. So what it's doing here is, so if I see an image that I like, it's going to recreate the image, but it'll give me the prompt that I can use in any of the AI tools. The fact that no one's using any AI tool, I wanted to show you then. One that you can use for free is Leonardo.ai. So there is a paid plan with it, but you can take out images every day for free. And this, it is incredible. So again, we just jump in here. Well, it's doing its magic. You just go to image creation, so you can see some of the images created here. So totally free, as I say, you can use it daily. And I actually tried this earlier to see that it worked, and it did work, which is all good. So if I go back into ChatGPT here, brilliant. So what we have here is giving me my image. It's recreated. So I liked an image. I maybe seen a landscape of Belfast, and I liked it. I can upload it into this, and it will recreate it using AI. So I've got my own copyright-free image. I appreciate there's, you know, again, back to copyright, it's using it as inspiration. What it's actually using it for is the prompt. It's what this tool does, it gets the prompt that will recreate that image. This is the prompt here. Again, back to it, the key to all of this is knowing where to get the prompt. So this tool gives us the prompt, so I can copy this. Oh, there's a wee copy button there. I can take it into Leonardo, and I can put it in here and hit generate. And then it will also give me more of the same images, slightly different. So OpenAI ChatGPT uses DALL-E, which one person is using here, so this is DALL-E. Has everyone heard of DALL-E? No? No? So DALL-E is an image creation tool from OpenAI that's built ChatGPT, and it makes incredible art like this. So let's say you've seen a teddy bear or something, you wanted to have an AI image, you wanted inspiration, or you took a photo of, again, back to Belfast, you can upload it in here and have an AI version of it. Then you can get the prompt for it. And if you didn't like that one, and take it into Leonardo and have it create quality. There's a button here to press to upscale it again, and it makes it, yeah, so brilliant. It will make it even higher quality. So this is the images that we're getting from AI at the moment. So Leonardo, definitely, you're not using it, you should be using it. So with Leonardo, you can also upload, so that's the improved version now. With Leonardo, you can also upload your own photo down here, and have let's say you want a cartoon image of yourself, or you're doing something for Christmas, Santa Claus, or Halloween, or anything like that. You can upload your own images and have them created here. So again, if I put it in a room full people at a conference, cartoon style. And again, I've given it no context here. But if I give it 4 or 5 lines, I'm going to get much better quality back. But you can see here how long it takes, maybe 10 seconds to get our image. Definitely roll this into what you're doing. So we'll see this, and then we'll move on. We go.
One question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that it? Do you want me to grab it? Yeah. You mentioned that plugins were originally the way kind of they introduced kind of add-ons, and then slowly OpenAI kind of went away from that, and now there's this GPT section on the left-hand panel in the GPT kind of app. Is there a reason why they kind of started going away from plugins and more so towards this GPT library?
No, totally. I don't know, definitely don't know the exact reason, but what we did find is plugins couldn't be updated when they were launched, whereas GPTs, you can go in and change them constantly. So I'd say it might have been down to coding and how their platform was built. I'm only guessing, but the one downfall was plugins weren't being updated, but GPTs, you can update them live every time someone gives you feedback. And as I say, we're going to have a look and build our own as well. So again, here you can see we've got our images here, and I said cartoon style, and we can make it, So definitely, if I'm haven't sold Leonardo to you for free, then I'm doing a bad job with that as well. So we jump back in now as well into ChatGPT. Any other questions? Yeah. Mhm. Yep.
Can you give a photo of the chair to this software, ask it to place it in an environment, and then get like branded content back? But I appreciate a chair is not branded, so maybe it's like a sports drink or something.
Yep. So we would use Adobe Firefly for that. Again, it's the best tool for that. So what you can do is you can upload an image. So again, it's very similar, but it's the best, and it would do that. But this is the best tool for doing it. It is. It can be expensive. Oh, you know what? It probably is. Probably is. But I'm not, because you're right. We'd have the Adobe Suite, so we get it that way. But again, what you can do, so you can see here, it shows you what it can do. But basically, what you do in this is you upload the image, you highlight the background, and it removes it, and then you type in add to a table, and it creates it. Add to an oak table, add to a Japanese garden, so you can have it unlimited as much as you can or think of. No, no. Well, again, no. It's good point. So you basically mark out what you want to remove and what you want to retain, and away you go. But you want to add a person on top as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so I would use, probably I go back to Leonardo then for that, because you want a person in it as well. So you will have to perfect your prompt a wee bit, but I'm just showing these are some of I don't know what I'm going into here. So yeah, so food and drink. So you can see some of the images here that we've created. But yeah, it is incredible. Still, there's an issue with AI images with hands and feet in general, but I'll be totally honest, the images that are being created here, like we have a stock photo subscription that we purchase 750 images a month for, and that won't be renewed this year. So we have a subscription here, but we're not going to renew it. Cool.
Clients use it for lifestyle shots for their food products.
Right. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, so Leonardo's the one. Thank you.
Kieran, Adobe Firefly, there's a free option, which will generate 25 a month,
Oh, love it.
or $4.49 per month just for it.
Love it. Thank you. Thank you. So Firefly free. Happy days. No, brilliant. Can't beat that. So again, you can see some of the images here of people, and you can reuse it if land on a model that you like or a person, you can regenerate with this. So it is again, Leonardo is definitely, I think, the easiest to use, and it gives incredible output as well. So you'll have a lot of fun with that one. And again, you can sign up and use this for free, and you can get a few images every day for free. Cool. So we're mixing and matching, which I love. So we'll go back in. So we've looked at this. So back into our Explore GPTs. So prompts. So I was talking about prompts, how prompts are super important. There's a prompt maker in here, and you'll find there's loads of GPTs for everything, but we'll have a look at one of the best ones. So this one's called Prompt Perfect. Good name. And basically what you do is you add this, and you can see how many, 50,000. So this is only 3 months old. So you'll find a lot of these are like 2 months old, a month old, 3 months old. So again, you can ask it how it works. So it'll tell you how it works for all of these. But we can ask it here, we want it to write a prompt for social media. So again, I would say, right, help me with creating a prompt for social media posts. Sorry, bad typing posts. Oh, let's see if it understands my dodgy. Cool. And then you will have to give it access. So what this will do, it'll start. There we go. So it's writing my big prompt for me now. So I don't have to come up with my 5 or 6 lines. It's 7 o'clock at night and I can't think of anything. Just go into Prompt Perfect, type in the one line that you want, and then it'll give you this incredible prompt here, and you put that in, and away you go. So back to writing articles, or if you're doing a business proposal or a plan, again, this is a really good tool to use to make sure that you're not going to miss anything. So cool. Any questions on that one? No? Yep. You just use it. You can just use it here. Yep. You just exactly. You just go here. So you've pulled in this. You're basically pulling this GPT into your ChatGPT for that while you're using it, and then if you go to another one, it's gone. Cool. Okay. Cool. Any designers in here? Graphic designers? Oh. So we've a logo generator that'll be in trouble, eh? So cool. So again, so there's loads of logo generators. We know it does graphics now as well. So all you do is, again, you go back into Explore GPTs, type in logo creator, logo generator. But the one we use is logo creator. Sorry, it's a wee bit slow, but it'll come now. There we go. So good. So I would type in logo creator. So and again, you can see here, created, so 700,000 people are using this. So again, I want a logo for a digital agency called the Use Green. Cool. Again, I've given it 5 words or 6 words, so you give it a lot more than that. It's going to ask me some questions. So what do I want it? I want it neutral, and we go over this. I don't want to be creative or not. So you can really go to town in this. Color green, yeah. So I'll go with green and B. We'll go B. So count. Generate one or multiple. Go with B. Cool. So you can see here in 30 seconds or 60 seconds, we're going to have a few options for logos. Again, what I'd expect is in the next wave of updates, these images are going to keep getting better and better. You'll find that image or text in the images is still not perfect. But again, as we were saying earlier, you can take the image, download it, take it to Canva and edit the text. So again, I don't know if we like them or not, but there we go. And again, if I'd have given it more feedback, but you can just see how quickly you can get some ideas. Ideally, what you do is use this for idea generation, maybe take it to a designer and have them say, look, I like this one and this one. I don't like these, and you could get a really good logo that way. But again, just to highlight what is available in this, like there's so many. So another one that we could use is creative writing. So does anyone do any writing? Leave it. So it's a really good one. So ChatGPT themselves are creating prompts, and I think this is one of theirs. Writing coach. So we're finding a lot of coaches in it now as well. So you'll find coaches for nearly anything. As I mentioned, sales, there's a coach in here for sales we look at. But you just add this, and again, you put in a little bit of work, and it'll give you really constructive, detailed feedback on how good to improve your. I know a lot of people are just saying, right, no, ChatGPT will be my new writer. So that's it done. Again, as a business owner doing loads of docs and everything like that, I always find that I have to convert things. So JPEG to PNG, audio to MP4, PDF to Word. There is a converter now in this as well. So it's called Convert Anything. And I'll catch up now. But again, you just go in and type in convert. So ChatGPT, I guess what I'm highlighting here is ChatGPT is becoming like a toolbox for nearly everything that you do in your business. So again, we type in convert anything. Google, totally. It's very interesting. So can you turn this document into an Excel file? Can you convert these images into PNG? Can you convert this PDF to a JPEG? So you may have had to buy software in the past to do this or use tools. Don't have to do that anymore. Okay. frog my throat.
Is there a limit?
It's just a standard limit. Again, I'm not sure how many times it kicks. I can't remember. Again, it feels generous. Was it 20 or 50 times in 8 hours? I'm not sure, but it does feel generous. But if you are hitting a limit, excuse me, you might have to go to the Teams plan, and you have to have 2 users in it. So, sorry. Oh God. Diagrams. So again, if anyone's got a website, adding a diagram, or if you're doing a proposal, there's loads of tools in here that will help us. So again, this is a tool here. So give me so if you have data, you can upload it in here. So metrics of a campaign, you can upload it. It'll give you a diagram. It'll do any type of diagram you want. Give me a diagram on how and me. Yeah, right. 5 years as a crazy, but let's see. So yeah, we all want to do this. So make 1 million in 5 years. So it will come up with a mind map and a chart for that. But of course, if you uploaded your own real data into this, you're going to get something really valuable back. So just to share that as well. So again, just to echo your comment, yeah, Google, I don't know, a lot of tools I think are going to be wiped out by this, a lot of software companies, and because everything is going to be in here. You'll be able to ask these AI tools to do nearly everything. It's just, multimodal in every way or sense.
For uploading data, can you upload like an Excel sheet, or what format can you upload that data?
Yep, Excel sheet is perfect. Yeah, it'll take it. So it's very generous. It'll take nearly any type of doc. But yeah, Excel is perfect for it. So again, yeah, there's my plan. Again, I give it 5 words, and it's given me a mind map on how I can make a 1 million in 5 years. So I don't know how good, I haven't jumped in, but anyway, if you give it some information, you'll be able to create documents, and you can download the file and put it into a presentation. So again, just to highlight what you can do it. There's 2 tools for, again, if anyone's looking for really deep data that we might not have access to publicly. So Consensus is one. So just to show you this one very quickly. So yeah, so it will search over 200 million academic reports. So again, if you're doing a business plan or looking for research, this is a really good tool to dive into that. So 200 million academic papers. So again, you can just dive in and get so much information. So is Asana good for heart health? So again, if you'd know in your business if you could use something like this. So it's a really good app and does all the searching for you. You put in your specific use case, and it will come back with all the information. And there's a second one that searches another database. It's very good. It's called Scholarly. So just to get up, and these would be publicly paid services. So again, just to pull this up. So yeah, so this it's for educators, students. But again, if you want on technical or research based, then these are 2 really good tools to dive in and have it do your work for you. Search for it. So video, who's doing video here? You're doing video. Oh, excellent. So that means everyone else can now do video. So OpenAI have committed to video coming into chat in the next couple of updates. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. But we already have a little bit of video here. So if you type in, one of our favorite ones is NVIDIA. NVIDIA and the ID AI. Wee bit of a lag. Come up. So it's in video based AI, and there's a few. Yeah, there's there. So with this one here, so what's my prompt? Create a video on social media marketing. So, and I just hit enter. So it goes all the way to creating the video with a voiceover for us based on the prompt. So again, if you need some videos, really short videos for a post on your website, or anything like this. Again, back into it, I've given it a 5-word prompt. You give it a lot more detail, but it's going to write the script. It's going to get stock photos. It's going to create the voice, AI voice, and then we can use it. Go for it. I'll check. I can't remember if we can connect it to. So for voices, we use a tool called, I know some of you will know it, 11 Labs. Has anyone heard of that one? Some of you have. Yeah, some of you using it. So it's incredible. So what you could do, and there's more tools like this. You can upload your own voice into this, and it will learn it, and then it becomes an AI voice, and then you just type in what you want it to read, and it'll read it back to you. And it starts at $0 a month and goes to, I think it's $22 a month. So again, it is excellent. So let me see, I can copy this here, just in case no one's used it. Put it in here and you can test it. It is the best tool on the market. Don't know if I've got connected speech or audio. Resemble there, very good.
Convert text to speech online for free with our AI voice generator. Create natural AI voices instantly in any language. Perfect for video creators, developers, and businesses.
So you were saying which one? Resemble. Wow. Yes, love it. So and this is exactly that's a good one there for sure. So you can hear the audio, the quality that came back, and that was Daniel. Sounds like David Attenborough. You'll find loads of people. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of voices in this platform and different languages as well. So you can have anyone you want, and they do have Irish voices. But I say the key is that you can upload your own voice and scale your videos. Yep. 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 You can upload your own clips in it. So let's see how we're getting on. Check it out here. Here's our video. So again, we can go look. It might make me sign in. So it does take a wee second or two to render, but it's created the video, but you can replace clips. So if you wanted to appear in it, you can put yourself into it. And you can edit the video by deleting text. So it's got a really good text editor, so you don't have to edit the video. There will be a watermark on it if you use the free version, but if you pay, then you'll get the watermark removed. So you get all access to all the stock videos. Really, really good, because what we're seeing is there was a stat last year that from SEMrush, a survey they did, that 70% of position 1, 2, 3 in Google, the pages number 1, 2, 3 in Google, 70% of those results had a video on the page. So again, because what's happening, people are going onto the page and they're watching the video and spending longer on the page. So Google's boosting the rankings of the page. So we're trying to get as many videos onto as many pages on our websites as possible. Obviously, they're very expensive and costly to do, time. So tools like this can work for sure. So it's still, we'll come back and see this in a second. Cool, we'll let us do its magic. So again, if I'd given it a better prompt, I would have got a better videos. Just again, to see a flavor of what we can do today in ChatGPT, and as I say, what we'll expect to see in the next couple of months as well. Yeah, yeah, exactly. In the NVIDIA, you can change it. So we will get into it now in a second when we go back. And this is another summarizer that back to we've seen one already. So again, if you wanted to summarize something, you can do that in here as well. Hit me, yeah. Very good point, and that the data is a big one. So again, I attended a conference, and someone from Microsoft was there, and they were saying, back to this point, it's probably one of the questions we're asked every time, and their commitment was that if you're using a paid version, your data goes into that base or that instance of ChatGPT, but it doesn't go back into the mainframe, so to speak, and update the system. But again, in the free one, it would be. But no, I appreciate. There was a story when ChatGPT originally launched that some Amazon executives went into ChatGPT and asked it some questions about its finances and figures, and it knew the answers. And the reason it discovered was because some of its executives were uploading data and getting it to analyze the data. And then but this was the early days, so obviously they're clapping down all the time. But yeah, the data and the control and what's seen, and it's a tricky one. It's you probably classic, don't put anything online that you probably don't want to see, but it's what do you do? It is a real tricky one. This one here, I can't even pronounce it. Grimoire, very, very popular one. Any programmers here? Oh, you know this one then, yeah? Oh, you haven't? So no. Oh, you know that good. So you can use it to create websites. Obviously, it's all basic, but very interesting. Again, you can use this to create a website, create code. But what I was going to do with this is create a Space Invaders game. So basically, it's a programming tool. So it's set the program, so you can go in and, I know this is not really relevant to business, but you can see how powerful this is. So it'll start writing a Space Invaders game, and it will ask me, I'm sure, some questions, and I can just download the code and actually open it and start playing the game. So again, but you can create anything. Imagine you want to do an MVP, back to your development. If you want to create a web page or anything like that, we'll have a look. But it's writing code now, so we don't need to know or learn code anymore. So if you've got a concept that you want to show someone, so like you think of the job. So we had content writers, an amazing team of content writers. We were a content changing, video editing, graphic design, coding, gosh, accounting, HR, everything's changing. So it's not am I ready? Of course I'm ready to go. Yeah, let's go, let my game. So again, you can have some fun with this. Yes, I don't. So we go back and have a look at our video. So it's going in and writing away. So you could give this a really good prompt, go make a cup of tea, come back, and you could have a game. Or obviously you don't want to do that in work, you want to have a web page developed, which is more relevant, of course. But anyway, you get the idea. And then you can see here Space Invaders is writing, and it's talking about enemies and speed and all this in the code. But anyway, really interesting, fun. So back to our video. So is it still rendering? So again, obviously display, so you can see our video here. So might have
The dawn of the internet era in the mid-90s sparked a revolution in communication. The world shrunk into a global village. Then came the early 2000s, and with it a new phenomenon, social media. Platforms like MySpace and LinkedIn emerged, providing a
So again, I give it 5 words, and this is what it's produced for me. So again, you can imagine if I give it 5 lines, we can change the voice, we can change the text, we can edit the video, and I can type in here some prompts. This gives me prompts here, or I can export it and download it. As I say, it will have the watermark on it unless I go for the paid plan. But I think it's either $10 or $20 a month. So again, if you wanted some quick and easy videos, then this could be a consideration. So all of a sudden you don't need, like, doing video is not a barrier to what you're trying to do in your business. Cool. Let me see. Export. Yeah, just give me the video. So again, yeah, it's prompted me to pay, but I'm going to go and take it, and then I've got my video, and I can change the size as well. But, it's going slow now, too many tasks. Here we go, back in. Cool, so it's rendering and go back to. Code, you can span this, that's cool. So I can download, let's see, again, I can download, okay, yeah. And I can export it and play the game. So away it goes. Right, back to our GPTs. Well, it's doing all the hard work. Yep. Yep, the full options within the platform, but you might need to subscribe to get all the features. So again, and if you're committed to videos, then I would go all in. It is a good tool. It's probably the best in the market, and you can see how quickly I could make the video there. So if you're working on your website and you see a website that you like, or a page or some code that you like, so we should see, so this one here. So let's say if I go onto a website and I like something on the website, let's say, again, I'll take a screenshot. So if I like this feature here, so if I'm on any website, say a pricing table or something like this, if you're working with a developer, you can take a screenshot of this. I don't know if I can do it here. Let's see, print screen. That worked, we'll see. And then go back into here, add it. Nightmare. You can add it, you can just add your screenshot here and it will give you the code for that page. So you don't have to, if you're anyway okay with editing your website, you can actually take elements that you see in other websites, have the code written for you in ChatGPT, copy it and paste it into your website. Now it'll work in Wix and Squarespace and WordPress, and it works incredibly well. And you can then just change some elements of it as well. So again, you can see, you can actually, there is in the Explore GPTs, there is web development apps, but they're still very basic yet. There's better ones outside it if you're tempted with AI web development. Any questions on that? Yep. Yeah. Definitely, it's so there was an agency, very famous agency in our space, content agency, and they had over 100 writers. And I think it was February last year, they lost 75% of their revenue. And by July, it was mid-July, they closed, liquidated. So again, they were fully in content and ChatGPT wiped them out. Even in our industry, so web development, video, like we're having to change. So move things up, but we can do the plus is we can do things that we never could do before. Like again, the AI voices with 11 Labs, like we couldn't do videos. We're doing more videos today than we've ever done at an incredible scale and with amazing voices and editing that we just couldn't have done 3 months ago. So that, as you say, the options and what it opens is incredible. But the biggest risk is, I think, in this for us as business owners or working in business, is not using it, because if our competitors are using this to scale what they're doing, i.e. writing content. So again, we're testing, we've loads of sites and we're testing AI content. So we've 3 sites going live this week or next week, and they're 100% AI content, and they would have maybe 3,000 articles on each of them. And we're going to test to see how they go. But we crafted that content in probably 2 or 3 hours. So just putting in the keywords and let the machines do the work. So we're going to see what happens with them. But the content that what you can do now is incredible. But if you're not doing it and your competitors are doing it, where do you stand in the market? So these are definitely removing barriers for us to do things better. And I would say again, it's really interesting that there's maybe 30% of people here using paid ChatGPT. I'm hoping that will change and that nearly everyone will be using this in their business, because the productivity savings in this for your team, you and your team, is just, I haven't seen anything like it ever. I don't know if I want to go through this again, but yeah, it is incredible. So Canva, everyone knows Canva. Canva, you can type in here, it'll create your graphics and everything in here. Going back to, we used to go to the web, Google, like I don't know what's going to happen in the web. We might not even have an internet like we use in 2 or 3 years. We might just have 2 or 3 of these AIs, and that's it. Google this year is launching its own AI tool within the search results. When you search, it's already in the US, but not here yet. So when you search, your result at the top is going to be an AI result, not a web page. So there'll be web pages to the side, but the result you get back is an AI result, because it's better than the website results. So it's, yeah, there's a lot of change happening. So very interesting times. So Canva's here. You can use Canva and start creating your graphics this way as well. So again, one of the things you can, if you've got photos, you'll start to see them. You've already maybe seen them on LinkedIn. Simpsons. So there's loads of cartoon here. So if you want to create cartoon images of yourself, you can, Simpson ones here, you can just go and click and upload a photo of yourself, or even describe what you want, and it will create the character for you. So again, just having some fun, but you can make cartoon avatars as well. Cool. Yep. Yeah, sorry.
Regarding content, is there not a bit of a concern for longevity of how long this will work for? Because at the moment, the information which ChatGPT has been trained on has been all human generated. And then, you know, you iterate a few years where productivity goes through the roof with AI generated content. And it's like copying a copy of a copy of a copy. You lose resolution over time. And although I'm kind of just concerned that this might just be the golden era for AI, but you use the exact same practices in 5 years' time, and the prompts that used to work now don't, and the quality of the data that you're using doesn't work anymore. What are your kind of thoughts on that area?
I totally agree. I don't think 5 years. I think 3 months. It's this is moving so fast. As I say, it is incredible. I think our opportunity is to take advantage of it now. I don't know if people will read as much. I don't know. I already see it that people watch videos more. When you think of all the social networks, social media accounts that we use, video is everything. So probably video is maybe the place to be at the moment if you want to stand out. Like it is really interesting. That's a good debate. We could have an hour or two on that one. Where is it going? I don't know. I just don't think. When I looked at this and the scale of what we can do today, we're able to take something that would take us 5 years to do, and we can do it in 3 hours. Why would you not? So but you're right. Like what's going to be, you know, in 3 years? I do think everything's going to change, and it's going to change so fast. It's going to be incredible. So take it, run today, because it'll probably not be there tomorrow. So, but no, it's a valid point. Yeah. No, you're totally right. And I think Google, let's say we're talking about Google search, and online, the last Google algorithm update was focused on a helpful content update. But what they rolled into that was they're looking at websites that have so much content that hasn't been updated in so long. So they're trying to fight, but they're being smart. So what they're looking at is has a website published loads of content that hasn't been updated, and they're putting a penalty against sites that have old content. So, for example, an article on social media in 2017 is worthless, and they're right. So they're trying to focus on new content, but AI will be used to update content and cheat that system too. So it's really interesting. That's it. But the sales negotiator, another tool you can use. I have two more, and then I'll stop talking for 2 minutes. So sales negotiator, to train your sales team, practice your scripts, work on objections. Very, very good tool. You put in what you're trying to sell, and it will go into a conversation with you. It can act as a client and give you some objections and see what you're answering. So if you've got a young sales team, perfect tool to do it. And if you can imagine, you can combine this with the text to speak tool as well, so they can actually have a conversation. So again, back to sales training, how we used to do sales training was pretty tough. You know, trying to get a salesperson and coaching them, but we can now use AI, the voice and the written version too as well. What's this here? Sorry, two more. And I think so there's an FAQ generator if you wanted to add FAQ, sorry, more content to your websites. Is anyone publishing a lot of content on the website at the moment? It's there as well. Really, really good. So you can put in any article on your website, and it will dissect it in a couple of seconds. And then the last one, if you're a little bit advanced, actually I'll go here, Zapier AI, which we'll not get into too often today. Is anyone use Zapier? Some people, yeah. Cool. So Zapier have a full AI suite. And what you can do then is you can tie everything that we looked at today already into so many other tools. You can tie it into your email. So there's talk about personalization. So now you can tie ChatGPT into tools like Zapier AI. So really worth looking into if you haven't looked at it yet. And what you can do is, for example, cold emails that you sometimes get. So they're getting smart now. So what they're doing is reading your LinkedIn profile. So they've got a tool using probably Zapier and using ChatGPT. So they're reading your LinkedIn profile. They're coming up with a summary and the pitch that's going to you. Instead of everyone getting sort of sending out 2,000 cold emails, everyone's getting a personal email based on their LinkedIn profile. And then the cold emails we're going to be getting, if you haven't seen them already, are going to be much more personalized to you and your business. And you're going to feel that it's a real person that's actually reaching out to you. So no, that's done both, yeah. It's yeah. Oh, it's done. Yeah. So and again, it's using tools like Zapier AI, connecting ChatGPT to your email, for example. So there's lots of features. So people are putting AI ChatGPT into their website. So the bot. So when someone comes and asks for a price, they're actually talking to someone that has full access to your database, but it's a conversation. It's not the old simple robot that we used to get that just pulled up FAQs. It's actually a conversation. You give that bot a personality. Let's say it's Gladys, who's worked in the business 20 years, and you give her a little bit of personality and she'll have a bit of humor maybe and have a conversation with a client on your chat, on your website. So that is a very doable today. Of Jumpify? Jumpify, yeah. That's exactly very good. Jumpify is one. Jumpify is LinkedIn, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Excellent. So you're using Dripify, yeah? No, not really. Look at. So Dripify, yeah, no, cool. So Dripify is one of the very popular LinkedIn tools that will engage with someone on LinkedIn. Used to be good, but now all the automations. So it will like someone's post or follow them and then maybe communicate with them 2 or 3 days later. So it's like a drip campaign for engaging with someone on LinkedIn. It definitely is one of the hot tools for LinkedIn at the moment. I'm sure it is against the terms of service on LinkedIn, but yeah, a lot of people are using it and it obviously works. 100%, yeah. ChatGPT, with Zapier, you can add ChatGPT to nearly anything. It's very versatile. Excellent. So cool. I know we've covered loads there, and I don't want to. Just the only last thing I want to show or look at is how to make your own GPT, and then I'll stop talking because I know it's pretty heavy going. So we've looked at all of these pre-built ChatGPTs. So again, if you've got the paid plan, you can actually. Oh, sorry, there's here. Top right corner, you can make your own GPT. Very, very easy. You just hit create. And you have 2 options. One, you can configure one if you're really going to be a little bit technical and do it yourself, or just hit create and it'll guide you through it. It'll take us maybe 2-3 minutes to make one. So we're going to do this together and then you'll be able to do this yourself as well. So I want one that's going to help me with social media posts, for example. So, there we go. Back to the limit. So I've busted. Break my heart. So you gotta love that, huh? Love that. Couldn't write it. So basically what happens is that it then asks me some questions. So what do I want to do? What's the purpose for? Who's it for? Maybe 5 or 6 questions. It recommends a name for it. So it gives you, say, okay, based on that, I think you should call it this. Do you want to use that name or something else? It will create a logo in here for it as well. And basically then you can test it. You save it. You just hit up here in the top right corner, save it. And then it will go into the left-hand side of your own ChatGPT. So you create a ChatGPT back to the prompts. You get your perfect prompt for your business, for social media. You can have it, you create it in here and save it. If you want one for your content writing or for making a video, you create it in here and save it. And then you've got your GPTs that you've called your own name on the left-hand side of your profile. If you have the teams or the business account, you can share that with your whole team. So again, you can imagine if you have a bigger team, if you're doing stuff in accounts or proposals, or you've got a few people who write content, you can have the same GPTs across the whole business. The good thing is you can use this tool on the left to create the GPT. As I say, it is 2 or 3 minutes to do it. And then once you've it created, what I recommend is hit configure. And then that will allow you to just make a few other custom adjustments to it so you can actually enhance it. So what I'd recommend everyone does is make a GPT for your social media, make one for your content for your website, make one for videos if you're tempted to go and use in video, and save them on the left-hand side. And then when you've used them a little bit, you can come back in here and customize them and make them a wee bit smarter, add more content to them. So you don't have to keep doing the same prompts, and you'll find that you'll be able to perfect exactly what you want. And that's even going to save so much more time. Again, when you come back in again. I think, as I say, is it tweet? Let me see. It's that. A friendship. Oh, yeah, done. Neither. And as I say, when you come back out, it'll be over here. So it'll just sit here. So your 3 will be here. When you go to save them, you have the option to make them public so anyone can use them, or keep them private within your own business. You'll probably keep them private, and that's you and your team to use. So you can use, as I say, ChatGPT is amazing. The prompts are key. Build your own GPTs, and yeah, you'll be able to scale your content creation. So that was a very hit and run. I don't want to talk everyone's legs off all day, but that was a very hit and run. I know it's content heavy and trying to catch everyone, but just to check, any more questions or thoughts? Hit me, yeah, go for it.
What's within GPT, so I think it's somebody reading this first time, just a matter of asking for a certain format, or are there templates already built in that you can look at and say, right, well, I like that format?
So I would use AI PRM for templates. It will have a vast range, but then if you're doing it a few times, I would definitely make a custom GPT, because that will save so much time. Let's say you could have a business plan, like raise plan, or whatever those plans are, and then you just use that time and time again. So what you do then is you've got your prompt saved up here, and then you just say, okay, the business is XYZ and they're based in here and they're doing this, and it will run its magic after that. Cool. Yep.
Just a question on the GPTs again. So I've been using GPT-4 for some time now, but I didn't actually realize this was an option because I have the chat history disabled. But are these guys, when creating your own, is it basically just providing some predefined context to ChatGPT so that you don't have to constantly?
Exactly.
That's basically it, is it? In a
100%.
nutshell?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
But again, I don't know. I'm sure you'd still be able to create GPTs. I'd be shocked if you couldn't. But yeah, exactly. And you're keeping it within your account.
Gotcha,
so you're not letting it out to the public.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool.
I have a question regarding, you discussed how using AI to generate video content would increase your SEO, but I would question in future whether or not that could actually become detrimental to your SEO, and that Google will ignore AI generated content.
Brilliant. No, I love it. Thank you for asking. So I'm going to answer that now. So this is Google Bard. Again, I know a lot of people hadn't used it. So if I wanted small business, US facts in or badly written. I don't know. Again, Google Bard is here. There you go. So it's giving me, I didn't give it any context, but you can see how quick. I don't search in Google anymore for information. I just use Google Bard. It does all the work for me. So if there's any stats, facts, you want to know anything, go to Google Bard and ask it. It's incredible. And we get an upgraded version of this, I'm sure, in Google search when it comes, but it is incredible. It used to write content as well. Sadly, it doesn't anymore. You can, if you've got content, add it in here and ask it to check it, but it doesn't do that. But again, you can ask it, and it's really, really good. Can't recommend enough. And there is no paid plan. It's totally free. Your question is incredible. Again, we were very anti. Went from ChatGPT 3.5, which is the free version, to 4, and we seen the quality just go through the roof, and we realized, and that, I thought, when we were looking at 3.5, I was thinking to myself, okay, we've got 2 years here, we don't have to worry about this. And then 2 months later, we had Chat 4. Like, I don't know what Chat 5 is going to do. It's going to be mind-blowing, but what we see already. So that was the first thing. The second thing that changed us was Google have a thing, they had the helpful content update, and they said that in their update for guidance on ranking in Google is that you had to have content that was written by humans for humans, and that was their line. And what they did, they removed the written by human, and they deleted that. So now what they're saying is you have to have helpful content that is for people. So they removed the written by people, and that changed everything, because once they dropped that and said there was no penalties against it. So on YouTube, on Google, owned by Google as well, second biggest search engine in the world, they've got a policy in AI content as well, and they are not taking action or negatively impacting AI content as long as it's original. So if you're, let's say you take a Wikipedia article and you use AI to create a video of that, then you're in trouble because you've taken copied content. But if you write or have AI write a version of something and create a video that way, and it's original construct, then you're not penalized. We've maybe 6 or 6 YouTube channels, and one of them is all AI content, and 2 of them are AI voices, and we haven't seen any negative impact. But I totally agree. I understand what you're saying. I think it's going to come to the point, maybe there's a lot of debate in technology, maybe Bitcoin and cyber blocks or cybersecurity and all this is going to come in time. Like, how do we know what's real and what's not real?
That was the follow-on question that I was going to ask you in terms of, you said that the content that you have created can be shared back to the platform. So there would be a lot of falsification. You know, you could be putting Profile Tree as the #1 media company in the world and spreading that false information there, which then AI is regenerating and sharing with others.
Totally agree. So I think the voices here, pretty sure, are AI.
It's made up of all the things that are visible.
So that's an AI voice. So again, no, you're totally right. You could be putting anything into this, and how does it know? So I think that the companies, Google and Microsoft and all, they've got a lot of work to do to guide us through this. I heard this morning someone was saying that they answered the phone and that there was a scam, and there was AI voice of one of their work colleagues, and they were trying to extort money from the business. So again, you know, it's really, really, really going to get very tough, I think, for all of us, business wise, trying to, because we need to learn all these new things. They're coming at us hard and fast. We have to hope that Microsoft and Google and all these guys will look after us, and then maybe the governments as well. But yeah, it's a really good question. What's going to be real and not? It's going to be tricky. It really is. So all we're seeing from our side is that we have these tools now. Our competitors are using them, and if we don't use them, we're in deep trouble. And I would say you're probably looking at a 30 to 60% increase in productivity, and again back to the output. So the risk is, don't be overawed by how many tools there is. Pick 2 or 3. That's why ChatGPT is probably if you're going to master one tool, ChatGPT is a good one to master, because there's so much in it, and you can do your content, you can do your social media posts, you can do your scripts for your video and your videos, your designs in it. And maybe you might use 1 or 2 others like Leonardo and 11 Labs, but I wouldn't go too crazy. Just focus on that. OpenAI is 50% owned by Microsoft, and they're rolling this out into all Microsoft products, and it's already in the US. We're going to have it all. So your presentations, you'll be typing, and your presentation will be done in PowerPoint. Your emails, you'll not be writing emails. You'll write one prompt, or maybe say one prompt, and the email reply will go back. So yeah, things are going to change very, very. I know.
It's going to become like supermarkets. Then there's not going to be any people.
Yeah, doing anything. I think that's the difference. Is back to maybe video at the moment. Video content, someone talking face to camera and being real and unedited is probably the smartest content you can create today for originality. But yeah, we'll see, because you can sync that as well. I think it's there's one we looked at before called HeyGen, and don't know if this will work. So with this here, you upload a few clips of yourself, and it then creates
Hi there, welcome to HeyGen, where you can easily create fun, high-quality videos using our AI avatars and voices. In just a few clicks, you can generate custom videos for social media, presentations, education, and more.
Just there was one video on this. So these are AI. This is real. These are real people, but AI versions of them. So they've uploaded videos of themselves, and they've got basically one of their team is going in and creating videos of them. So it's not really them. So this is what even this is gone, but there is a video demoing it here somewhere, but you can just go to HeyGen and check it out and you'll see it. And they've got the avatars as well. This here, yeah. So
hey, this is what an instant avatar looks like.
So these videos, I guess this is the founder, but these are all AI of him, if that makes sense. So he actually has a video here, and he plays it and he puts up two videos and says which one is the AI. Can you tell the difference? And then he says no, they're both AI. So got you double down. So that's the one I was looking for, but I can't see it. But anyway, do check it out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm with you, and I went through a phase of I'm fighting against this, and then I realized, gosh, forget it. So I'm running into it now. That's all we can do. Cool. Any other thoughts or questions? No, we're good. Again, thank you very much, guys. You've been very patient. I know there's a lot of heavy stuff there. So all I can say is, look, get into ChatGPT, upgrade to the paid version, use it for content, and make sure you add your own flavor to it. Use it for your social posts. Definitely add your own flavor to it. AI has been introduced to every single tool you use. So if you're using an AI scheduling tool, or if not already, in 6 months, you'll not have to write your posts. So again, this is happening. You don't have to do your PowerPoints anymore. Don't have to do your videos anymore. So yeah, the strategy and what we do is going to change. So definitely, I can only advise go in and use it for sure. Cool. Excellent. Thank you again.
Kieran, thank you so much. That was very interesting. Give a round of applause.
Thanks, Kieran.
Guys, hopefully you got something out of that. I know I got quite a bit of content from them. We have recorded the Zoom session, and the slides from today will be available probably maybe tomorrow morning by the time I have that. So we'll send an email out to everyone with the links and stuff to get that. So if you want to rewatch it or get that, and we'll try and get a blog post with all the different sites and stuff that Kieran has used. One thing we would ask is if you could all scan, there's a couple of these about, just scan the QR code and literally take you not 30 seconds just to be feedback for him. It really helps Shane as he's planning future masterclasses, just to see how things have gone, a wee bit about Kieran, a wee bit about the session, but also there's a section about what stuff you would like to see. So if there's a particular topic that you are struggling with or that you think would be really good to do, put it in, because these masterclasses, they're free to attend, and we try and do 10 and one every month, sort of 10 a year, to really help you grow. So it'd be really good if you are giving us ideas of what you want, rather than us just picking things out of the air. Also, there's some scones still at the back, some tea and coffee, so do have a wee nibble, and Kieran's going to hang about, I think, for a wee bit, so you can pick his brains a little bit more. Also, there is a wee sheet, I'll bring it in, that you can sign up. If you're not on the mailing list, we send out a monthly newsletter every month just about upcoming masterclasses. We haven't got any scheduled yet for March or April. There's a couple in the pipeline that we're working on. So once they're confirmed, we'll send them out. We've already put the link into the Zoom. So guys, if you could do that, that'd be amazing as well. But yeah, any questions? Shane's going to be about as well. Any questions about the building, etc. And
no, thank you again. No, thank you everyone, really genuinely. And just to say, on our website, if you hit profile tree, we've all the tools mentioned on. Just type in a search, best ChatGPT, and you'll find all the tools that we've mentioned today on that. And just to highlight as well, we're testing everything on loads of sites, but also our own. We put up loads of AI content on our own site, not loads, a few. We went for CAD, so totally different to stuff we had on. So these are all AI generated articles. We're tracking how they rank and what Google and all thinks of them. But yeah, we're starting to rank for CAD software, so on the website. So the AI content, it does work. It really does. So anyway, not to worry. So I'm looking forward to seeing mad AI videos now on social media in Belfast in the next couple of weeks. We'll see. But yeah, cool. So this is all these images, everything here is 100% AI. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. So cool. So thank you again. We'll see you hopefully in another session. Maybe see you in ChatGPT. That'll be it. Cool. Thank you all.